Peace. Quickly. Think fast. Sometimes you have to, I don't even say sometimes, in most cases, you have to let the elders be the elders in the sense of that, in this spiritual growth, in this, this rapture, these high vibrations that's flowing in. Some of this information, unfortunately, as a matter of fact, I know because we looking at our loved ones like, man, I want them to know about all this spiritual. Now I want them to know what a chakra is and to know that they could meditate and to know that they don't have to use chemotherapy and that they could just eat healthy. There's all these things that you want to kind of just like almost like force upon, and it's a free will universe, but it's almost like you want to force it upon your loved ones. Like it kind of like where you invested, you love them, so you want them to be on the knowledge, that you are on, that's helping you. But in some cases, you gotta let, I'm a paraphrase, not paraphrase, but use symbolism. Sometimes you gotta let an old computer be an old computer, and you can't, it's difficult if close to, I don't like using the word impossible, but I'm gonna just say it's really, really difficult. Or would take a lot of trouble to say, for instance, to put the software that's in today's computers on the computers, the first IBM DOS computers that we used to use with floppy disks. You can't, like, the interface for the software on those old computers can't even accept, the new software that, what I'm saying, it's not even built to display, that type of software. And it's the same thing with us on our human experience, on the physical experience. Because I had a situation where I was talking to an elder, and they said something where I wanted to be like, but nah, is this and that, to talk more into the spiritual. But then as I was about to, my spirit guides hit and was like, and they used that. And matter of fact, what's funny, they gave me the analogy of it to teach me. Like they're like, nah, it's like sometimes you can't force. Certain computers could only take certain software. Some computers not meant to have the new Windows 10 or whatever Windows that, you know what I'm saying? Like some computers just not meant to get on that type of software. And that's why like I instantly like just fell back. Cause another thing too, and that's where the growth is beautiful, as far as like being spiritual to the best of your abilities. Now, of course, I correct the old person that's walking around still speaking that Jesus Christ crap like he's a real human being and all that type of stuff. Now, with that, that's just a lie. And I don't care how old you are, spreading lies is just not cool. Regardless, like even with you being old and not understanding how things change, sorry, but that one, I'm not letting you disrupt or corrupt the future of my children and other people's children by still holding on to a lie that's more detrimental to our spiritual growth than it is, good for our spiritual growth. But just more along the lines of like, say for instance, well, you might want to tell a older person about astral projection. They might be like, say for instance, they into the regular parts of spirituality where they kind of know of the law of attraction, pray this and that, but it's about the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? And you be wanting to, well, you could astral project and you could, but it's like, hold up, man, like you're trying to put this, you're trying to put this Windows 10 on this IBM, and that's gonna be very difficult. You gotta, if you're gonna do it, you gotta at least, it's gonna take a little time. Just like in reality, like if somebody had to take Windows or newer software and put it on one of those old computers, they would have to really get into the computer, probably have to change the motherboard out. It's a lot of work. So in essence, in a lot of those cases, just kind of gotta let those situations be what they are, like, and don't feel like, oh man, they missing out on none of this, cause you realize, if you haven't already, that everybody have their purpose. Everybody's you know, learning what they're meant to learn and not learning what they're not meant to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is in its place. Everything is in its natural order, so to speak. So when you come across somebody that you may feel like you gotta force it, it's like, nah, because for one, it's a free will universe. And if you are connected with source, then for sure you shouldn't be trying to take away anybody's free will in essence. Like, and not that giving somebody information, high information is taking away their free will, but if they really against it, I really can't grasp the concept, then just leave it alone, you know what I'm saying? Like it's, cause I've been on that path, and I had to realize that for myself. Like, oh, you gotta stop trying to force this information down people's throat. Matter of fact, I almost done got to a point where maybe I'm a little too nonchalant. Where it's like, that's why my videos, like, all right, I ain't even gonna try. Like, like I make my videos how I want. Either you grasp it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like I got tired of like, all right, I ain't even gonna try to form it. Just present it how I feel like presenting it, and people gravitate towards it or not. But I just wanted to bring that up right quick, that like dealing with whether it's your parents, your uncles, auntie, whoever it is, the elders in the family. Sometimes you just kind of gotta let them roll with what they rolling with, and if they believe, unfortunately, if they believe, now of course you throw little zangers in there, you try your best, but if they believe them prescription pills are gonna help them, unfortunately, they think that you with your magic is crazy, and that, boy, what you going and you crazy, like, unfortunately it is what it is, and and it's almost like wasting your energy to even try to try to fix that situation all at once, like, and drop that information, all the information on them. It's like, nah, you know what I'm saying? No matter how many times, matter of fact, shit, and even even more of a personification where you can't even download the information quickly because the old computers don't even have a USB card. So, you know what I'm saying? In a personification of that, you just gotta, let old software be old software. You know, and for some of the older computers that do have little ports and spaces, you know what I'm saying, to add a little extra info, then then you could work with them and work on them, you know what I'm saying? But because another thing too is not until the teacher, I mean, not until the student is ready is, that's when the teacher appears. I know I kind of slaughtered the way I said it, but until the student is ready, then that's when the teacher appears. And with that said, like, we're not here to be forcing lessons upon people. We're here to teach the people who are walking up to us, like, and asking about chakras and asking about how to astral project. That's the people, you want to deal with. You don't want to go around and, you're, say, for instance, you're in a store or something, and you hear some Christians over there talking about Jesus Christ and this and that, and then you like, oh, let me go fix that. Like, nah, that's not, matter of fact, your job is not to deal with, and what you'll eventually see, the insanity in trying to correct that situation. But it's like, nah, your energy is for the people who really want that information and really want that knowledge, and is going to appreciate it. Not nobody you got to fight to make them understand something that's going to help them. Like, matter of fact, because that's how Source is with us. Like, Source not going to fight to make you understand that it's always with you when you're not trying to grasp it. Like, Source like, it's free will universe, all right. On to the next one, you know what I'm saying? I'm enlightening somebody else. And that's how it works. But before I let this turn into a long, drawn-out video, peace, happy now. Now is the vibrate, of course. Not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now. Just be the change you want to see, let the old computers be the old computers. If you see the little, a little way to download some new software, give it a try. If not, just back off and let things be. But peace, y'all.